Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, my name is Anne, and if you've been here already, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this purple cut crease, so let's get started. The first thing I did was priming the eyelids. I always do this before going in with any eyeshadow, so I don't have any redness on the eyelids, and I have a nice clean base for all the eyeshadows that I'm going to apply. So I'm just generously applying this all over the eyelids, so I have a nice clean base, and then I used an eyeshadow guard. Now if you don't have these at home, you can also use some regular sticky tape. And I will be playing with this palette from the brand Blend Bunny, and I'm going to start with this soft pink color. And I'm going to blend this all over in my crease. Now, I personally like to start with a light color, no matter kind of what eye look I create. I feel like going in with a light color first and then building it up by darker shades. It just leaves a nice soft layer of eyeshadow, which makes the eyeshadow that you will apply afterwards blend more easily. And it will also create a more nicer transition. So that's how I always like to do it. Then I went in with this white eyeshadow, and I'm using this underneath the highest point of my brow. Excuse my brows, I have so much hairs. I feel like in a day life, if you would see me, you won't really see it, but my camera is so good, like it picks up everything. So you can see every little pore that I have, every little hair. So after seeing this, I was like, oh my God, I really need to pluck my brows. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just hair. So now I went in with this next color, and I'm gonna blend it right underneath where I blended that first color. And you can already see a nice transition starting to appear. So from the brow, you have this nice whitish sheen. And then you go from kind of like pinkish to purple. So that's why I always like to go in with a light color first. So you really quickly get that nice transition by only using 2 or 3 shades. So now I'm going in with the color COVID, and I use like a tiny pencil brush. I believe this one is from Sigma Beauty. And I'm going to create more of like a harsher line into my crease. So you don't have to worry if it doesn't look good, because when I did this, it also doesn't look good. We're going to blend it out afterwards, so don't worry. So I'm just kind of going to create the shape of how I want my cut crease to be. And just kind of like softly blending this on there. And then I went in with a softer brush. I think this is a Morphe M506 if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going over it to make it look more soft. Now, if it doesn't really work, if it still looks kind of harsh, you can always apply more eyeshadow or go over it with a lighter color to make it look more softer. You kind of have to see for yourself. It looks really kind of dark around the edges. You need a softer or lighter shade around the edges, which is what I did right now. And if it looks too light, you want to add some darkness. So I added more of the color COVID, and I mixed a little bit with the color Slay, and I blended this in the outer portion of the eyelid. I wanted this color to be more in this area as well. And then with whatever was left on my brush, I also blended it a bit more towards my crease area. Now these eyeshadows are really easy to blend. In general, I'm a huge fan of Blend Bunny Cosmetics, their eyeshadows. Such beautiful palettes. They have such like gorgeous rainbow palettes, pastel palettes, but also more neutral palettes. But their eyeshadows are so easy to blend. And if you love like creating colorful eye looks, you will love this brand. Also, the shimmery eyeshadows that come in their palettes are also really pigmented. I'm a huge fan. I absolutely love it. So now I went in with some black eyeshadow, also using this at the outer portion of the eyelid to create some more darkness. And we're almost finished actually with applying the eyeshadows, but this is just going to be kind of like the base. I am going in with different colors on the eyelids, but overall this will be like all around it. So now I removed the eyeshadow guard, and then I went in with the Prolongwear concealer from MAC, and with a tiny flat concealer brush, I am going to create the shape of my cut crease. Now I am opening my eyes and then I'm closing it to kind of see how it looks when I open my eyes, which is really important, because when you create a cut crease, I mean, it can look nice with your eyes closed, but you always also want to make sure that it looks nice when you have your eyes open. So in between, I always open my eyes, then I close it just to make sure that it looks good. So take your time with this, especially if you don't have a really steady hand, you just want to take your time. I mean, this is not your typical quick everyday look. So I assume if you do recreate this look, you probably are taking some time to create this. And I know you guys love it whenever I do purple eye looks. I absolutely love purple. I think it's so beautiful. So now I went in with this pigment from Inglot Cosmetics, and I'm gonna apply it right on top of that concealer. That concealer is still a little bit sticky, so it will kind of grab onto that pigment and it will make it sure that it stays nice in place. If you have a concealer which is super dry, you can also use like an like for example, Inglot Cosmetics also has like a product which is called Duraline. It's like kind of like a transparent liquidy product which you can use to make your glitter stick or pigment, or you can use some MAC setting spray or a different brand setting spray. That will work as well. So then I used a purple eyeshadow, and then I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills glitter. I will make sure to put all the names of the products I used down in the description bar in case you're curious what exact products I used. I felt like I just wanted a little bit more glitter. I feel like that pigment is so gorgeous on its own, but I wanted to really go glam with this eye look today. So after applying the glitter, I went in with some concealer right underneath where I applied the eyeshadow guard. It kind of ripped off my concealer, so my skin looked kind of reddish, so I definitely wanted to cover that up. And then I went in with the Sigma Beauty Wicked Jaw Eyeliner and a Sigma E75 brush. I do have a special discount code for Sigma Beauty products, which I will link down in the description bar. In my opinion, they have one of the best brushes, so if you are searching for some nice brushes, don't forget to use that code to save some money. So I'm going for a winged liner, so I'm just following that line that the eyeshadow guard left me, which is so handy because I can just follow that line and I can just create my winged liner. I do have a video where I teach you guys more on how to create the perfect winged liner. If I can find it, I will make sure to link that down in the description as well if you need some tips and tricks on your winged liner. I feel like I'm not a professional, but it looks different every time, to be honest. Like sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days, but like, yeah, it is what it is. Then I use the Aqua Resist pencil from Makeup Forever, use it in the waterline. And then I use some black eyeshadow on a Sigma E15 brush, a brush that I use in almost every video. It's just perfect for the lower lash line to really like pack on your eyeshadow as close as possible against your lash line. And I really wanted to go for like a smoky lower lash line today, so I'm just applying this all the way. And then I went in with the color Stay, and I'm going to use this to blend out the lower lash line even further. Now, if you do recreate this look, you can also do something different and go for a total different color for the lower lash line. But I wanted to keep everything kind of like in that purple theme, so I just went for like the same color as I used for my upper part of the eye. So I just kept blending and blending until I was happy with how everything was looking. You can also go in with a lighter purple, but I went in with the color White Hot, which is that matte white color, and I popped a bit of that in the inner corner as well. I personally love a matte white inner corner. It just gives that nice brightness without being too dramatic, because I can also go for like a shimmery inner corner, but I feel like it kind of grabs away of the attention of the eyelids, so I wanted to go for a matte inner corner instead. So then I used my favorite lash curler from MAC Cosmetics. I think I have this for 2 years now, and I never replaced the thing that comes in there, and it still works. It was very expensive, I remember, but it's really good. I really like this lash curler. So now I went in with the, I think it's the Roller Lash Mascara from Benefit, if I'm seeing that correctly. And I'm using this to apply my mascara. I am not focused on my upper lashes too much because I'm going in with these Tatti Lashes, which are called Bitches Back. So I'm using them, and these are so beautiful. They suit really well actually with today's eye look. They're quite dramatic, but I mean this eye look is very dramatic as well, so I think it suits perfectly. And yeah, that's also the final step. I really hope you all like how it turned out. It's been a while since I did like a glittery dramatic cut crease, so I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. That's really helpful for my YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!
I shouldn't be standing with a heart that's so heavy. I shouldn't be up with all the weight that I carry. Don't know if it's right, but I'm sticking with you. You're my only vice, I'm dependent on